Hi, welcome to my series where I blame everything on colonialism. Divide and conquer. The foundation of every colonial empire, and Philippines is the clearest example of how deeply this strategy can get absorbed into a nation. Because we weren't just colonized once, we were colonized 3 times. Spain ruled us for over 300 years, and then the brutal military occupation of Japan, and then of course America. They caused us so much destruction and then rebranded themselves as our savior. This is why we need to decolonize our language, especially when we're talking about families from political dynasties and elites. Because the thing about calling them dynasties and elites, it makes them sound so noble and prestige, when the reality is, as much as they were chosen by our colonizers to be principalia. Within this principalia system, they were the only ones that can be gobernadorcillos, meaning town mayors, cabeza de barangay, meaning heads of district. This was a ruling class, noble in that time, but they were put there by our own capturers. The native ruling class used as buffers between colonizers and the people. They weren't heroes, they were middle managers for an empire. Look at their family name and you'll already know that they were part of that principalia. The Zubel de Ayala, Coanco, Marcos, Lopez, Osmeña, Rojas, Araneta, Romualdez. These families didn't rise out of nowhere. They were strategically positioned, given access to land, money and influence, so they could help maintain colonial control. And today, more than 200 political dynasties run our government, one of the highest concentration of family power in the world. Diabolical, really. And what's truly quite wild and quite frankly quite maddening is how much the nation romanticized this idea of nobility when they were quite literally the byproduct of colonization, because everything about these principalia or this lineage of nobility profit over people. Even this feud between Marcos and Duterte is divide and conquer at its finest. It is a political telenovela. It is made so that people can get distracted from the reality that the system is broken within. These political powerhouses, they fight on TV, but they both still benefit from the same colonial power structures that their families inherited. Both Duterte and Marcos opened up the country to a wider mining and other foreign exploitation. They lifted off bans, they expanded permits and welcomed foreign extractions on our mountains, our rivers and ancestral lands, all the while calling it development. And it's all the same colonial script. Foreign profit first, Filipino land last. Even our environment is still being colonized. And here's a reality we refuse to accept. Our colonizers used worship to separate us from our lands, but it was the principales that finished the job because they conquered us from within. And the truth is, colonialism didn't end. The colonizers simply trained their elites to replace them. And until we understand that, we will continue living in a system designed not for us, but against us. And this is why I blame everything on colonialism. And if you've been enjoying my Why I Blame Everything on Colonialism series, please follow me on YouTube and I'll be doing more of this in depth and I hope to see you there.